Hi all, I'm Swapnil Ganguly and I did my BTech in computer science from RCC IIT Kolkata. In my final year, I grabbed a few opportunities like TCS Ninja, Infosys Power Programmer, and finally, Software Engineer 1 at Amazon SD1. I also qualified GATE Computer Science with a rank of 2300. Finally, I'm working at Amazon as an SD1 right now. So Amazon on their website posted that they are hiring for SD1s. So what I did was I knew a senior working at Amazon. So I approached him. I mailed him my resume and told him to refer me to the job if he liked my resume. He did so. And then within a week, Amazon contacted me that, hey, you have been referred. Fill out this application form so that we can continue with your interview process. That's how I applied. Yeah, if you want to get into product based companies but you're let's say you're not from a good college, then referrals will definitely help you. Yeah, so after I filled out the application form, within a week I was asked to take a coding assessment test. It had two coding questions and few HR questions. I managed to solve both the coding questions, and then I was shortlisted for the interviews. Then there were 4 rounds of interviews. Initially it was told there would be 2 technical and 2 HR rounds, 4 rounds, but in my case 3 technical and 1 HR round happened. So the coding assessment coding questions were from topics. One of them was array based. Another one was hash map greedy based question. And coming to the HR questions, they were actually a question was given, and then we had to select in a row. There were 4 options like most likely, most like me, not like me, very like me, so on. So the question was, let's say, whenever I'm given a hard task, I stress out a lot. Then you have to select, is it most like me or not like me at all? You had to slide that bar. So yeah, I think they don't really matter. They just want to see your responses. If you get shortlisted for the interviews, they would like to see what you selected in these questions. It was new for me also. I had attended multiple interviews, but I never faced such questions before. Yeah, so it was on an Amazon's internal platform, and it was of around 2 hours, I think. So the 3 technical rounds were mostly focused on data structures and algorithms. They were asking medium to hard in popular interview questions. And they also focused on computer science fundamentals and my projects and other technologies I mentioned in my resume. And the HR round was Amazon has something known as their leadership principles, and they try to adhere to it in their daily work as well. So they were asking you questions like, have you failed before? Have you argued with your manager before? And so on, like a little bit uncomfortable questions. And they were trying to see, are you humble? Do you accept your mistakes or not? Before appearing for the interviews, I also went through lots of online interview experiences presents, and I never found questions on segment tree, Fenwick trees, and so on. But apart from that hard part, the remaining DSA, there were questions. For example, arrays, strings, these are the easy ones. Then we have medium topics like recursion, trees, graphs, and so on. So these were the only topics they focused on, and they asked medium to hard popular interview questions. You would find them on LeetCode or Geeks for Geeks. A medium question on tree was asked, a medium question on dynamic programming, then a hard question on recursion was asked, and one question on array was also asked, medium level. So in 3 technical rounds, around 4 or 5 DSA questions, coding questions were asked. So first you have to explain your thought process, your logic, and then you have to code it as well, because product-based companies, they like to see how you code. So there is something known as a clean code, readable code. So you can't just name your variables A, B, C, right? You have to follow certain standards. So yeah, that's why they like to see how you code. 45 minutes to 1 hour. Yeah, so in my college days, I did a lot of DSA and CP, but not a lot of development, right? So entering Amazon, now I have to focus a lot on the development side. Like I'm learning about software engineering, GitHub, web development, backend, front end, and so on. Coming to the use cases of DSA CP. So the major use case would be while doing DSA and CP, you debug your code a lot. Let's say your code doesn't function the way you expect it to. You go through line by line and find out what's the mistake, where are the bugs. So that has helped me in Amazon as well. And yeah, coming to the data structures, I see arrays and lists used a lot, but I don't see trees, graphs, or dynamic programming used. So when you are applying at the job on the online website, it already shows which team, which project you are applying to, right? So once you get selected, in your first month, there is a 1 week, 2 week training on how to use the Amazon internal tools. For example, how we write code at Amazon, how we build it, how we deploy it live at production. So there is a software development life cycle that Amazon follows. So we have a training regarding that and all the internal tools Amazon uses for doing that. Right. Yeah. So what happened in my case was, so let's say I was not aware of a lot of technologies they were using in their code, right? So they would give me a small task with a big enough deadline so that I can first learn that technology and then do the task as well. That is what they follow. Yeah. Yeah, so since I'm kind of a new hire, I don't have very in-depth knowledge about this, but what I have seen is like after 2 or 3 years, you can get promoted to software development engineer too. And after again 2, 3 years, you can get promoted to senior software engineer or SD3. Also, you can switch roles. You can become a SDM, software development manager, and then senior software development manager. So switching roles in Amazon is also possible, or you can climb the software engineer ladder as well, SD1, SD2, SD3, and so on. Yeah, so actually I was confused between joining Infosys or doing my master's, right? And then all of a sudden I got the Amazon offer, right? So in my 4 rounds, actually one of the rounds didn't go that well. So I thought maybe I will get rejected. So when I got the phone call that you have been selected, I was really happy. I can't express it in words. And yeah, then I was sure that now there is no scene of doing masters. I will directly go join Amazon as an SD1. Yeah. So regarding preparation, there is already a lot of information out there that you need to prepare data structures, algorithms, go through computer science fundamentals, build 2, 3 good projects. And for an SD1, this would be enough. And some other tips I would like to give is also focus on your communication skills and give a lot of mock interviews. So if you can't explain something, you will get rejected, right? So communication skills are really important. And also try writing clean code, readable code, so that it gives a good impression. Yeah. And how to find these opportunities, right? So I would say hmm, so LinkedIn would be a good option. There are actually a lot of people I have seen recently, a lot of software engineers only, they post on LinkedIn that, hey, my team is hiring for these, please mail me your resume. So I think right now LinkedIn is the best option for tier 3 students if they want to get into product based companies via referrals. A lot of people are actually ready to refer the talented people out there. Yeah.
Hey YouTube, how are you doing? Stay tuned to Facebook for more awesome videos. Don't forget to subscribe.